This is the early alpha technical demonstration of my Advanced NPC Systems project, as I have now been able to successfully develop the 4 components out of the 9-ish required for it. These core components are a mental model system for all NPCs, which means they can now possess beliefs about the world and will make decisions accordingly to those beliefs. They also possess a sensory model that allows them to learn about events in the world. In this instance, they are player-caused events. A communication system that allows them to share knowledge of events with other NPCs. And an introspection system, which allows NPCs to change their opinions and thus their actions based on the events that they have learned about. The NPC mental model contains a storage space for likes and dislikes. These form the character, if you will, of the NPC. For instance, this NPC likes helpful, horse and neutral, and dislikes the status quo and trade. The mental model also provides storage space for both events and the NPC's memory of the event, since whilst many NPCs may know about an event, all of them will have slightly different takes on it based on how long ago they learned about it and what it means to them. The mental model also contains the space for the opinion. The opinion is the critical system, as knowledge of the NPC's knowledge of events forms their opinion, and their opinion determines how they interact with the player. The NPC's sensory system allows for them to hear and see events in the world space and thus learn about them. So for instance, on this NPC, his hearing allows him to hear of events from other NPCs, and in turn allows for other NPCs to hear of events from him, whilst his perspective allows him to observe events occurring in the world space. The NPC's communication system allows for them to share information about events between themselves when they are within hearing range, as it derives from their hearing status. Upon attempting to initiate a communication event, the 2 NPCs will first execute a series of checks to determine how much they are willing to communicate. This is predominantly done through establishing a trust based on their common likes and dislikes. However, it does also take into account their mood of the NPCs sharing the information, and if necessary, a minimum trust level in order to compensate and thus ensure that key narratives are not lost through random chance. The introspection system is consistently running and allows for NPCs to form a more nuanced opinion of, in this instance, the player, rather than a standard categorical one, as the introspection system allows for them to take into account a wide range of events, and as they maybe forget about events, their opinion will change more gradually, and so on. In this technical demo, the goal is simply for the player to pass through a gate and into the area beyond. However, the gate is shut, and should one speak to the gatehouse guard, they tell them to go clean the stables. Now, upon cleaning the stables, the event that they have cleaned out the player has cleaned out the stables does in fact exist. However, the gatehouse guard has no knowledge of it, as he has not physically seen it and no one has told him about it. And if we wait a while, you will see that the only one who does know about it is this NPC, who does in fact know that the stables have been cleaned out. So now we are entirely reliant on this patrolling NPC to learn of the event from the standing NPC, and then sharing such information with the guard, which will then hopefully open the door. There we go. The patrolling NPC does now in fact know about the stables having been cleaned out. I did say this was an alpha, so obviously the numbers need tweaking a bit, as this is, well, you can see the time in the corner. This took a while for me to get lucky enough with the transmission. However, we've got the icon and the gate is open, and if we check the gatehouse guard, he does in fact know that the stables were cleaned out for him. There we go.